Taster. Soon they'll target London and there's gonna be more bodies than you can imagine. And they're gonna need coffins. Someone has to make them. Nobody's meant to know. They're worried about morale. And with good reason. Have you seen enough?
Yes, thank you.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Foyle. What can I do for you?
I was wondering what access the defense volunteers have to weapons.
Getting any sort of weapons almost impossible.
No rifles, no grenades?
Molotov cocktails is more than Mark. The moment I have about one rifle for every 15 men in the unit, the situation's absurd. We're doing valuable work. Defending vital installations. How we're supposed to do that without proper support is beyond me.
Lawrence Gascoigne, ever visit the unit?
Yes, once. Gascoigne's dead. You were supposed to protect him.
Well, I couldn't protect him, Mr. Brooks, because he was lying to me in much the same way as you have been.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that you haven't been telling me the truth about your visit to Gascoigne, or indeed about your son.
I thought I had.
So did I. This, amongst other things, is a record of comings and goings and observations by the 11-year-old evacuee that the Gascoigne family took in. This, for example, is a note about my visit to the house. And this is a note about my car registration number. And this over here is a note about your visit to the house. This word, for example, facre. I thought it was probably a misspelling of the word factory because it was a factory next door to the house.
Isn't it?
No, in fact, it's your car registration number, FAC 345. This is your name, and this here, the same way that he got his S's the wrong way around, he got his twos the wrong way around. So, in fact, his twos look like S's. And this is, in fact, the amount, £2,000, that you paid to Gascoigne to make sure that your son wouldn't have to fight, which is, in fact, corresponded with the amount that was withdrawn from your private account the day before you met. If you remember, the last time I was here, you told me that you weren't speaking to your son, but in fact, you phoned his Dorset number from this number a dozen times since then. £2,000, was it? That's an awful lot of money.
I did bribe Gascoigne. I wasn't the first. Gascoigne lived way beyond his means. And word got around that from time to time, he could be bought.
I don't understand why.
You have no idea what I saw in the war. Passchendaele was a stinking quagmire. I saw men step off the duckboards and drown in mud. I saw men blown apart. What do we achieve? Here we are at war again. Same enemy. We achieved nothing. I wasn't going to let that happen to Stephen. I love him too much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming with me.
I still can't believe you're joining up.
Can you forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. David and I never tried to force what we thought on anyone.
I know that.
But I wish I understood.
I love David, you know. He was so talented, he was funny, he was kind. He was my best friend. And the fact is that Lawrence Gascoigne killed him. I know he didn't tie the noose, but it came down to the same thing.
You went round to his house, didn't you? And you had a gun.
Hadn't been touched since the last war. I don't even know if it works.
Did you find out?
No, of course not. I didn't get anywhere near. There were police all over the place. But it made me realize I wanted to kill him. I really did. Oh, I was in the grip of some sort of madness. Hatred. I've never felt anything like it. It was totally overpowering. David used to talk about the war as a lesson in murder. He was right. I still believe in pacifism, Florence. That hasn't changed, but I'm as capable of killing as the next man. So I might as well use that capability and do my bit to save civilization. I can fight. So I should.
I'm very pleased you've decided to go back, Mr. Pearson.
I don't want to be here.
I understand.
Thank you, Mr. Foyle. I know you've tried to do your best.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye. Will you write to me?
Of course I'll write to you, Theo. And I'll still be here when you come back.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't. Just look after yourself.
Joe used to send me picture postcards. I don't read too well. I come down a couple of times. Used to get a special rate in the railways. I used to take him out for tea. The Gascoignes have been mobbing me up at the house. What is it they said? I'd be far too hard for Joe.
Joe knew you were coming.
I telephoned him, yeah.
Did he say anything?
Well, he was pleased, you know. Said he had a lot to tell me.
I bet he did.
Do you know who killed him, Mr. Foyle?
Yes.
Yeah, God rotten whoever it is, eh?
Mrs. Gascoigne. I'm here to arrest you for the murder of your husband.
Yes. Have I time to pack a few things?
You just need your coat.
I understand.
Mr. Milner, what's going on?
I'm sorry, Miss Gascoigne.
Where are you taking my mother?
Miss Gascoigne, I'm afraid I've got some rather bad news for you.